Hello and welcome back. In the previous video we've changed the chatbot component to class component. As such, it can now have state. State will store all messages with the user and other relevant information about the bot. We also got started working on the interface, so we've modified the render method. And in this video we'll teach the bot how to communicate with the backend. Okay, let's get started. We need to create methods for sending requests to backend. So we'll be sending HTTP requests to backend. Modern browsers have a built-in fetched API for sending requests, and it's great and easy to use. But it has some drawbacks like error handling, like if the server returns a 400 and something or 500 and something error, then Catch will not catch them. I've added an article about this to the resources. What we'll use in this course for HTTP requests is the Axios library. Axios library works in browser and also Node.js application. It supports promises. We can read more about it in the links to this video. Let's go and install it. Go to Terminal, stop the server. Now go to Client folder, cd client. Now install it by writing npm install Axios -- save. Like this. It'll again need some time. So go to the code, to chatbot component. Here it is. Now import Axios library. Import Axios from Axios/index. Great. What we'll build right now is two methods. One for text queries and the other for event queries. Let's create them. def_text_query and pass in text. Text query function like this. The other method will be called def_event_query. Pass in event. Def_event query with parameter event. Like this. And again, both these will be asynchronous function, so we'll add a sync to their name. Now we can write const res equals await Axios dot post. And now the URL of the API. So API def_text_query, and we'll send text to query. This is the short version of text:\text. We can just write text because key is the same as value. Okay? What now? Let's go again to Dialogflow to refresh our memory on what kind of JSON will be returned. Open Dialogflow and your agent. Now go to test area and write, where is Snoopy? Yes, again we're looking for Snoopy. And we get back a response. Open the diagnostic info. Here we can see raw API response. This query result is what we're interested in. This is what we sent back in the Dialogflow routes. We sent only the query result. This will come back from the backend app. Directly after the backend gets response from Dialogflow, it processes action and forwards the response, that is the result query part, to the client. So this is what we'll receive. What we're most interested in is this fulfillment messages array. It contains all messages from the bot. In this case we have two messages, and both have the same structure. That is text inside another text. Okay, let's go back to code. Okay, what we want to do is add messages to the state variable message. And what we want to have in every message is who sent the message and what was the message. Yes, we also want to write to messages the input we got from the user. If user sends message to the bot, we want to store that message to state. Then if bot or the Dialogflow provides two answers, we want both of these messages added to the state. Then if a user says something else, we want this message added to the state, and so on. Therefore, the structure of the message in the state should be who sent the message and what was the message. So each message will have two properties. First one will be who speaks, the second will be the message itself. And that message can be anything from text to quick reply or card. So let's go back to the code. What I want to do first is add the message we got from the user to the state. That is text coming from the defa_text_query method. Let's create an object. So new variable called says. And the first parameter speaks. This value will be me. We'll display this message in the interface, therefore me means user. User needs to see me string for his message, right? And the next parameter is message, so masaga. This will have the same structure as the text message we get from the dialog flow. That is text object with the text parameter. And the value will be text we got from the user, like this. And now let's add this to messages state. We change state with setState method. Therefore, this setState and pass in the new state. Now watch closely. I'll use another JavaScript operator called spread operator. This is helpful when we need to concatenate more values into new array. What I want for the new state is that messages become the new array that will consist of the old array of messages and the new message. So we need to add all the previous messages, and we do that with spread operator. That is 3 dots and this .state.messages. So we've added previous message to new array. New array are these brackets here. And now we need to add says object. Like this. Okay. What this line means is that the new state will be set and messages will become the new array that contains old messages together with the new message. Cool. Now we've added message from the user to state messages. Let's add the message we received from the bot to state messages also. Where are they? Yes, in the fulfillment array. Now let's loop through messages. I'll use a simple for loop. For let masaga of res dot data dot fulfillment messages. And now we can create the message for the state. Says will become an object with a property speaks that has a value bot. This can have any other value for you. You can even name your bot Snoopy. Well, maybe not because of the author rights. I'll stick with bot. And now add a message. Masaga will be a masaga. Like this. And now we can again add each message to the state. We already know how to do this. We can actually just copy and paste this line. So now we're walking through messages received from the bot and adding them to the state messages. Let's do the same thing with event query. Go to defa_event_query and first write the request. We're using await Axios again. Const res equals await Axios dot post. Now the URL to API slash defa_event_query, and we're sending the event we got from the bot. And again, first check for the messages. Next thing is the loop through the messages with a for loop, like this. For let masaga of res dot data dot fulfillment messages. Now create the says message object. Let says and speaks is again the bot, and message is the message returned from the backend. All we need to do is add the message to state messages. So this dot set state. Now the new syntax, messages becomes the old messages, so 3 dots, this dot state dot messages, and add the says. And woohoo, this is it. I don't know about you, but I need a break. Before we show all these messages in the UI, let's take a short break. We've been efficient. We've created 2 methods in this video, one for text messages and another for event messages. We've also added all the messages that pass between user and the bot to state messages. We can now display these simple text messages in the UI. That's exactly what we'll do in the next video. See you soon, bye bye!